Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday's story. Today I'm going to read The Diabolical Mr Tiddles. It's all about a cat that takes things without permission. For as long as he could remember, all Harry had wanted in the whole wide world was a cat. A furry, purry friend to care for and play with. And you'll never guess what. This was Harry's lucky day. Today was Harry's birthday. Look what he got. What a perfect pussycat, said Harry excitedly. I'm going to call you Mr Tiddles. Every day Harry made sure that Mr Tiddles was as happy as he could possibly be. Every night he tucked Mr Tiddles up on the comfiest armchair and stroked his tummy until he drifted off to sleep. Harry loved Mr Tiddles. Mr Tiddles loved Harry too, and he wanted to show him how lucky he was to have such a kind friend. First, he brought Harry a fresh mouse. My cats bring stuff like that home. It's not very nice. But Harry just went a funny colour. Then he left Harry's favourite treat at the bottom of his bed. Triple chocolate cream and custard cake with extra banana jam. Delicious, said Harry, as he licked a dollop of ice cream. But where did this come from? Mr Tiddles did not say anything. The next day, Harry found a pogo stick and a train tooting its way around his bed. What's going on? Where's all this stuff coming from? He cried. Mr Tiddles just grinned. Day by day, things got even more puzzling. Before long, Harry's room was awash with rock-scar guitars, peculiar paintings, fearsome dinosaurs, yummy jelly beans, and whooshing jetpacks. That's a pretty cool bedroom. Then one morning, Harry awoke to find a horse called Alan in his bedroom. It was the final straw. What are you up to, Mr Tiddles? You rascally cat, he cried. Mr Tiddles didn't make a sound, but he did go a little bit red in the face. What mischief was Mr Tiddles up to while Harry was asleep? That evening, Harry followed Mr Tiddles as he vanished into the night. Slinking along high wires, leaping across rooftops, jumping over old fences. It was very hard for Harry to keep up. You can see the route that Mr Tiddles has taken around the city. Very busy cat. Until Mr Tiddles reached Buckingham Palace, the home of the Queen. Oh my gosh, said Harry as the rascally Moggy squeezed through the railings, climbed up the walls, and was about to go into the Queen's bedroom. Mr Tiddles is a cat burglar! How diabolical! Taking a deep breath, Harry followed Mr Tiddles over the gates, up the wall, and into the royal bedroom. Stop! Shouted Harry, just as Mr Tiddles swiped the crown off of the Queen's head. Mr Tiddles froze. The Queen woke up and Harry started to fall back out the window. "Help!" he screamed. Whoosh! Quick as a flash, Mr. Tiddles dropped the royal crown and dived across the room. With a swish and a swoop and some splendid acrobatics, Mr. Tiddles grabbed Harry's shoelace before he fell to the ground. "Oh, thank you, Mr. Tiddles. That was close," sighed Harry, as he and Mr. Tiddles landed in a heap next to the Queen's slippers. The Queen, however, was not amused. "Guards!" she called. "Arrest these two intruders for acts of cheekiness against the crown." It's a very serious crime. "No!" cried Harry. "Please, Your Majesty, Mr. Tiddles isn't a bad cat. He's just been taking things because he cares for me so much." "You mean he's stolen other things too?" cried the Queen in dismay. She scratched her royal head, and a royal thought popped into her royal brain. "It is wrong to steal, you know," she snorted, "but I think Mr. Tiddles has learned his lesson. I can see that he is not a bad cat if he promises to give everything back. We'll say no more about it." Mr. Tiddles looked up at the Queen and gave the cutest furry purry pussycat smile that he ever had. With no time to lose, Mr. Tiddles returned the grand piano to the conductor at the opera house, the whooshing jetpack to the astronaut, the noisy guitar to the rock star man, and Alan to a very relieved cowboy. When they were finished, Harry gave Mr. Tiddles his biggest, bestest squeezy hug. The two of them agreed then and there that having each other was the best present anyone could ask for. The end. So, stealing is never a good idea, even if you do it for the right reasons. But if we have a look at this picture, you can pause it there if you need to have a look at it. I'd like you today to get back to thinking about our two-way sentences. It's something we worked a lot on in Year 2 when we were at school, using two adjectives before a noun. We had a really good try at writing some of those in our work all through the part of Year 2 that we've completed. So have a look at that picture, rewind the video a bit and pause it there if you want to. I hope it's not too blurry. And see what you can pick out from the picture that you may be able to write a two-way description about. So for instance, I was thinking, if you look at the jelly beans here, there's the jelly beans in a bowl. You could say that the jelly beans, there was a jar of juicy, colourful jelly beans. Juicy is an adjective, colourful is an adjective, jelly beans is the noun. Juicy, colourful jelly beans, a two-way sentence. I'll hold up the picture again so you can have another look. I'll bring it a bit closer and see if you can create your own two-way sentences, and then you can send them to me later today. Okay, have a great day. The weather's very nice today, so make sure you get outside in your gardens, enjoy some sunshine, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.